It's Nokia's highest selling Windows 8 smartphone, and today we have a hands-on tour over it. It's the Nokia Lumia 520. Let's take a first look at the design. The Lumia 520 features the same kind of button layout that it has in all Lumia ranges. It's got the volume rocker on the top, on-off button in the middle, and the camera shutter button on the very bottom. Also on the back we feature our camera. And looking over the front here, we do have access to the return button, the home button and the search button, and also our micro USB port at the bottom. Now let's move on to the screen. The Lumia 520 features a 4-inch screen with 235 pixels per inch. When it comes to customization, Windows 8 doesn't have as much options as there is on say Android or iOS, but we do have the option to change the background colour to either a light or dark, and also change the colour of the tiles on the home page. We can also change the tile size simply by just holding down the icon we want. You can either have it into a small thumbnail, a medium thumbnail, or one that spreads across the whole screen. We can also move it into a location where we want to as well. Also, if you were to go to the menu, you can pin any of the applications to the start, and you can do the same thing there, such as moving them around or changing them to the size you need. Now let's just have a quick look at the tiles and a tour of the Windows 8 operating system. Firstly, we're just going to our phone book here and also our calling. From here we have the normal dial pad that we see on every phone. We also have access to our recent calls, our phone book, where we can view all of our contacts here. You can also sync this with your Outlook address, so you can have any contacts from your email address synced onto the handset. Here we'd have a quick look at the messaging. I actually found the screen very responsive, and even though it was only 4 inches, there's plenty enough room to obviously do what you need to do here. It's also snappy and the feedback was great as well. Now let's just take a look at Internet Explorer. So after just plugging in BBC, web browsing with Internet Explorer is very good, very snappy as well. I saw no lag at all when connected via 3G or over the Wi-Fi. From here we do have access to our favourites where you can bookmark favourites as well. Or we can also pin them onto our home screen where we can do the same thing, such as change the size and move them around if we need to. This is good if you need to access any frequent websites you do like to go onto. We also have the option to add new tabs so we can use multiple windows at once. This is good if you're flicking between the internet, say a news and a sports page. We'll just show you a quick demonstration here. We'll load up the OneCom website and we'll just show you how this works. And simply click back on the tabs just to flip between the tabs you have open. Also featured in all the Lumia phones is Microsoft Office. So on here we have access to our Word documents, PowerPoints and also Excels. Just having a look over the Windows 8 tiles, we have access to other applications such as Nokia Music, Drive and also the Xbox. One of my favourite applications was the calendar. From here we can get a detailed day-by-day breakdown, or we can view a monthly calendar as well. And if you click on the day you want, you can input any kind of meetings or events you need to go on that day, and it just gives a nice hour-by-hour breakdown. We'll now just take a look at some of the applications and games that we can find on the Windows Store here. So loading up the store with access to our apps or games. We just get a quick browse of what we can download, things such as music and videos, and also a chart for top free and top paid applications. We also have just a few genres here such as music, family, classics and educational. Here we'll just go to some top free apps and see what we have. So we're going to go ahead and download Flappy Bird, which is one of the most popular applications that was released this year. Once it's downloaded, if you just go back to the main menu, open up the games, and from here we have the list of applications that have been downloaded. Now we'll just take a look at a demonstration of me playing Flappy Bird. As you can tell, I'm not the greatest, but we'll now just take a look at the camera. The Nokia Lumia 520 has a 5 megapixel camera. It also has this Nokia Smart Cam, which is an interesting application where once you take a few pictures you would hold it down for 10 seconds, and it then has certain shots such as action shot, motion focus and change faces, etc. And you can then choose the image you want from the list here. It also just has our regular camera, and it's also capable of recording in HD video mode. We also do have a list of settings here for scenes such as ISO, the exposure value and changing the white balance. And just along the bottom we can have a flick between our normal camera and also our video camera. Now we're going to take a quick look at the button layout of the 520. So along the bottom here we have a return button, whereas if you hold this down it loads up our multitasking menu. Now once on the multitasking menu we have the choice to close down certain applications that are open or flick between ones that are already open. Now if you hold down the Windows button here it loads up the voice commands. From here we have a list such as open the calendar, text certain contacts or locate nearest shops. And if you hold down the search button here it also loads up Bing where you can just search the web. This has been a hands-on look over the features of the Nokia Lumia 520. If you liked today's video, don't forget to hit that like button below. Also leave any questions you have in the comment box, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll be sure to see the next video. I'm Sam from OneCom and I'll see you all in the next video.